What's going on YouTube? I wanted to take this video and sort of kind of just do a general walkthrough of my base. I finally kind of just got to the point where it's pretty safe to say that I'm finished with it. And I just wanted to kind of show it off and, hopefully it can inspire you to, kind of build above and beyond. Because if you don't know me, which you probably don't because you're on YouTube and, but if you don't know me, I'm a huge base builder fan. So really, any kind of survival base building game, I'm all about it. Because I really love the creativity that you can kind of put into your base and whatnot. So let's get started. Let's head over to my farm. As you can see, I am a pumpkin farmer for the most part. But yeah, this is kind of the more, at least from what I've found, they did nerf the watering tower, so it doesn't, this guy does not reach, I think it's this one. It used to be you can do 4 over and it have it reach, but they nerfed it to, so that it kind of more of a circle. So like I think this is the end, and kind of goes that way. So these are not hit by this water tower. So I've got 2 water towers. This entire, I guess, field of pumpkins yields about 1,000 pumpkins. And that includes after you replant everything. But this right here, kind of just my little shack where I have my tools shed set up, just because I don't like running to my base to the workbench to grab the tools because it becomes such a lag fest, and it's just kind of annoying. So, but yeah, so that's kind of just my little shack with the tool shed. Here's my wheat, which is mainly what I make. I mean, I make mainly bread for whenever I go into the caves and do combat. So this is kind of a separate thing. You can see here that, well, hold on. I'll just give you an example, but you can see here that this watering tower right here is being affected by actually both of these. So he is constantly planting water into these wheats, and then whenever I'm done with it, bring it over here. Booyah, we got dough. But let's head on into the base. So as you can see, before this, it was just this pond, and I really liked the idea, I guess, of kind of a water base, but not necessarily on the ocean. Just kind of basically in the middle, almost like a Venice type with the water running between the canals and whatnot. But especially with the architecture, how it's kind of very Mediterranean. But basically, and that's kind of how I settled on this location. There is, I think, one other, maybe 2 other pond spots, but this is the closest one to Bridgewater, so it makes it pretty easy just to run to and from, to sell supplies and get supplies and shit like that. So got my lattices. This is mainly aesthetic. I don't really pay too much attention to planting the lattice. It doesn't really seem worth it in my opinion, especially if you have, you're yielding 1,000 pumpkins every harvest. But let's head on inside. So this is the first level. I'll kind of take you around the first level, and then we'll go to the second and then the third. But yeah, nothing really too fancy about this. I really like the little balconies that we've got. That I like to envision my Lynn just chilling out on this chair in the morning, drinking a cup of coffee, and just admiring the scenes and watching the fish. There's no fish in the game yet, but I look forward to whenever they add that. I know that it's on the list of things to add into the game. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of little fishies swimming around down here in the pond that we can go do some fishing. This kind of brings me to the kind of kitchen area, kitchen slash workstation. But yeah, obviously workbench here, the fireplace there, which you can get the bread going and chill out and relax after a day of caving. And then here's my refinery that I basically have going 24/7, punching out iron, because iron's sort of your end game. Actually, one of the main components that you need throughout the entire game. Here's the back porch kind of area. But yeah, so constantly have iron going. But and basically for the most part, I'm not going to show you both sides because you can obviously see this pretty much mirror images. So let's go on up to the second floor and let's see what we got. So here's kind of the little bridge that goes over where the pond is, which I kind of had to you can't directly build across like this. You have to basically put down foundations and then delete everything. So that was kind of funky, but I think it looks pretty good and it's definitely worth it. let's head on down to my room. Here we go. Here's my lantern from defeating the Void Boar. Here's the Lynn's Island map and the bed, obviously. A little, kind of like a little station where you can, just relax, sit in a chair, listen to some tunes, and read a book. All right, so before we go up to the library, I'm gonna go up to, this is just kind of the tower. Excuse me, the towers where I've got a weapon rack here, and then over here I have a tool rack. I don't really come up here a lot. This is purely for aesthetic. It doesn't really make sense for me to run all the way up here when I can just access the workbench for weapons. And for the most part, I don't really switch out too many times. But yeah, this is just sort of like just a relaxing spot. Eventually, I mean, they don't have it yet, but I would love if they would add some sort of like, instead of chairs, but also like benches that you can kind of put up, but they haven't added that yet, so look forward to whenever they add more furniture so you can kind of decorate your space a little bit more and make it kind of yours. Because right now, a lot of stuff that they've got is cool, but it's very, very simplistic, and you can't really get super creative with it. So let's head on up to the library. Yeah, so this is basically sort of like just a loft above, as you can see, my bedroom, and then you've got rows and rows of books, and then leather chairs where you can relax and do some reading or research, and a globe for all your Lynn needs. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I was saying, I've really sort of enjoyed the base building component of this game. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and the scenery and everything else is really gorgeous too. I mean, look at these views. This is one of those games where you're like, man, I really, really want to live in this game. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. I hope I hope you enjoyed it, and if you maybe took some inspiration from it. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for some more Lynn's content. This is kind of a pretty easy one because I'm just showing off what I've done with the base and all. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section below. All right, YouTube, peace out.